It's the Raiders going up against the Broncos.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Goff. Wide open receiver complete. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
The throw on second down is gone. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to have a third down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-opening opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now a handoff here to his running back. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now... Second down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Green. Watch it now, Barney. Over. Watch it now, Barney. Back that up, Philly. Here we go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now there's a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And the big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. And a give this time to the tailback. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And the wideout in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Frank Clark in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Blue line, Detroit!
Now back to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, the receiver won in a big way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
Set. Green, 39. Detroit. Clock 89. Clock 89. Over.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Bud Dupree able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a first down throw. Gone. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more after this. Second down, just 1 yard to go. Now it's gone. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Super 60 cents. Super 60 cents.
On first down, gone. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 more on that one, and another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. They'll run it now out of the gun. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 41-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Marquette King now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Detroit! Detroit! Let's go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But that's not a call you see every day. A toss play inside their own 10-yard line. Takes a little bit of brass right there, and they were able to get a little bit of yardage.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now Goff on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. Never mind, Larry. Forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 17-yard line.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. So the offense has it first and 10. Back to throw. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On second and 10, Goff. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a 3-yard gain. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Oakland. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Second down following the run.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, there it is. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The slot man in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Cooper, the man in motion right. On second down, here's Goff. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On 1st down, it's gone. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A little juke. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Back live here now in Salt Lake City. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he is knocked down from the side. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Back to throw, Goff. That's taken in by the rookie Josh Malone. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Goff on 1st down. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Goff now to throw. Forced out to it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Over. Here we go. Green, Detroit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Now let's go. Back it up.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 23 yards on the play. Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want. Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room to the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Fresh set of downs here. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now a handoff as they run left side. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Have to kick this field goal, don't you? No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal. And McManus able to put it through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Well, now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive. Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so. But this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now?
Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets them up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard, right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. And now here's a carry heading left. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the home team here, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.